Hello everybody, it's me, it's Chad. I'm back with another OrNERDnary vlog, although you can tell it is in a new format this week. Trying something new. I'm using my streaming format for these vlogs as well. I just think it has a nice look to it. I love the space station over here, and I love being able to put a title up here, right there. Although it's not a live feed, it is recorded, and there isn't any chat. There are links down here, though, that are handy. So that's why we're using it this week. Plus, you know, I just love the look of it. I love space stations. This week, as you can tell, the title of what we're discussing came from a post I found online last night, early this morning. I can't remember which, but I've been thinking about it ever since then. And it is one of those Am I the Asshole posts. And so, therefore, you get the title, Are You the Asshole? And I'm going to share with you the post in question, and we're going to go over it. I try to make it as big as possible here, so let me zoom in on it just a little bit more before I bring it up. Okay, so this is the post in question. It says, Am I the asshole for deleting my son's Minecraft world? I have 2 children, a 9-year-old son and a 6-year-old daughter. My son had a Minecraft world where he built quite an impressive castle on an island, and which he was very proud to show me. Since school was canceled, I assume for COVID, he has had issues with waking up on time. He is supposed to wake up at 7 each morning, but for the past month, he has been sleeping in till about 9 or 10. I always set an alarm for him, but he sleeps right through it. I don't wake him up because waking himself up is a skill that he needs to learn. He's 9. I told him about 2 weeks ago that there are going to be consequences for him if he continues to sleep in every morning. At first, he understood and was waking up on time every morning. But for the past week or so, he has fallen back into his old habits. I told him yesterday that this is his final warning. Today, he slept in until 11. So I followed through with my warning and went on the computer and deleted his favorite Minecraft world. I also took away computer privileges for the next month. When I told him, he started screaming and crying. He told me that he spent a whole year working on that world, and he's very distraught, and that he's never going to eat again. He has been crying and sobbing throughout the day and has refused to eat any of his meals. To answer your question, yes, you are the asshole for doing this. I say that as someone who loves video games, has children, and likes to create. That's where my viewpoint is coming from on this. Your son put a lot of work into that. And it's easy to dismiss if you're not a video game player that it wasn't work. But a lot of creative energy went into that. You know, there's, whether you like it or not, there is an element of creativity and artistry to doing that. Even if you thought it was a shitty world he made, that is your boy's imagination at work. I understand limits. I understand scheduling. I understand discipline. Doing what you did was a huge asshole move. There is no way around that. It would be akin to if your son liked woodworking and built cabinets as a hobby. You know, say he's older. Obviously, a 9-year-old isn't going to be doing carpentry. But say your son's 16 and he's into carpentry as a hobby. You know, he picked it up in shop class or whatever, and he's made birdhouses and cabinets and tables and stuff. And he gets an F in his math class, and you warned him that he couldn't be failing, and so as punishment for failing, you took an axe to his cabinets and birdhouses and stuff. You destroyed your boy's creative output. He made a thing. I have pictures that my children have drawn me on my refrigerator. That would be like, hey, you failed. I'm going to set fire to this now. You know, you didn't get up on time. He's 9. I understand teaching your child limits and responsibilities and, like, you know, the impulse to, you need to be able to get yourself up in the morning. You need to be able to get started. You need to set a schedule. All that is very, very important. That's the kind of structure I agree with. But to have destroyed his world outright was a huge, huge dick move in this man's opinion. Take the computer away, ground him for a month, fine. Don't let him watch TV. Don't let him watch movies. You know, growing up, I had my consoles taken away from me all the time as a form of punishment. You know, if I stepped out of line or did something I wasn't supposed to do, no Nintendo for you. No Sega for you. You know, left my bike out in the alley behind the house instead of putting it in the garage. All right, now I can't play Nintendo for a month. Got up too early, woke mom up playing the 8-bit Nintendo Ninja Turtles game. No video games for a week. Didn't clean my room. No TV. Perfectly acceptable ways of disciplining your child. Destroying what he created, unacceptable. Unacceptable in my opinion. Like I don't tend to go into parental advice very often online. I don't tend to second guess people's way of rearing their children. But in this case, this question was asked of the internet. Am I the asshole for this? Yes. You are the asshole, sir. Or ma'am. I don't know. I don't think the post was gendered. But whoever you are, I don't think it shows on the thing here. Yeah, it doesn't list gender or that I could see scanning it real quick, or a name, thankfully. If there had been a name, I probably would have blacked it out. You asked the internet to answer that question. You get no sympathy from me. You did wrong by your boy. Yeah, he's 9, and there'll be lots of other crushing disappointments in life. But maybe not swing the hammer so hard at your kid. Take away his computer privileges for 3-4 weeks. Fine. But don't destroy what he created. Don't destroy what he created. Like, I can speak as a formerly a child who was creative in his childhood, as well as I consider myself creative right now as an adult. It hurts when you make something and it's not well received. It hurts when something you make gets destroyed. I feel for your kid, man. Like, I couldn't imagine what would happen if I wrote a story, drew a picture, painted something, I don't know, any sort of creative thing, and took it to my parents. Well, actually, you know what? I can imagine it, because my father, as much as he was a good man and a good dad, did not, or I should say is a good man and a good dad, not was, he's still here. He did not destroy anything of mine, but he never got anything I did either. He's not a reader. He's not a video game fan. When we'd make little movies in high school, he was not interested in seeing our short movies that we made, our little gag films that we made. He had no interest in anything I was ever interested in, and it hurt and still hurts. I'm a fucking 37-year-old man, and it bugs me to this day that my dad has never connected with me on anything. I had to get into his interest to bridge that gap. You know, I had to take him to NASCAR races and stuff like that in order to bond. So I get it on a level that, you know, maybe you don't understand what you did. Maybe you're not into video games. Maybe you're into video games but not creative ones. Maybe you're a gamer dad who only likes Call of Duty or something like that. But, like, you destroyed your child's creation, and he's going to have issues now trusting you, wanting to share with you. Yeah. Like, it's going to be a problem, or could be. I can't guarantee it'll be a problem, but, like, I imagine, knowing my own brain, like, yeah, it sucks when your parents take something away from you, but at least my parents never destroyed anything of mine. You know, like, my dad broke a couple toys when I was a kid, but they weren't things I created. They were things that were bought for me and I wasn't taking care of. And that was the lesson I was taught. You know, you leave your toys out on the ground. Dad steps on them. Dad gets mad. Dad breaks them. Put them away. Lesson learned. But there's always more toys. You know, you can get another toy. Technically, you can recreate a thing. But speaking from experience, I don't think your boy's going to want to do that. You pour a year of your life, even as an 8 turning 9-year-old kid, that's a lot of energy poured into a thing that is gone forever now. You could recreate it. You could try to do it again. But very few people on this world would go at it with the same gusto, the same joy. It would be rebuilding it would be a constant reminder of what dad did or mom did. I know for me it would be. Like if I wrote a story and it's on my, go back to kids. Say I wrote it in a notebook. I hand wrote a story and then I handed it to my parents and they looked at it and said, this is garbage. Or if I did something bad and they're like, okay, this notebook on your desk here, this notebook that contains the story you wrote, rip. It would be earth-shattering. I would never rewrite it again, I don't think. At least not in the form it was. It would be completely different. Yeah, I feel for your kid. I really do. Whoever you are out there that did this, you owe your child a major, not so much apology, but you need to make it up to him somehow. You need to fix this because what you did is bad, very bad. And like I said, maybe you don't get it. Maybe you don't have creative impulses. Maybe you're a straight up consumer of creativity and not a creator yourself. I know plenty of people like that don't get creativity, but they certainly love to consume the works of others without thought. I hope your boy recovers. I hope that this wasn't overly damaging to his psyche and his creative impulse. I hope he grows from it, and I sure as hell hope he forgives you eventually. This has been another OrNERDnary vlog. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to the various Polynerdic and OrNERDnary branded stuff. Doing lots of content lately. It has been my creative outlet in this quote-unquote extraordinary time that we live in. Thank you for joining me for another conversation. And let me know what you think below. I'll see you around.